Hey everyone, welcome back to your source of straight to the point, no nonsense WordPress tutorials. Today we're going to be taking a look at a clever way to use the carousels that OxyExtras provides. More specifically, we're going to take a look at how we can use one carousel to control another carousel, which you can see an example of on the screen. With that being said, let's jump right into how you can achieve this functionality in minutes. All right, so first thing I'm going to do in the editor here is I'm going to add another section. Then I'm going to go to the OxyExtras tab that houses all of the components, and I'm going to add in 2 carousel builders. Next thing I'm going to do is disable the navigation, so the arrows and the page dots, and I'm just going to go into navigation arrows, none, page dots, disable. I'm going to do that for both of them. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the carousel content to custom cells or custom elements. And what this is going to do is we're going to insert divs into these builders, and we're going to assign them the cell class. That way they get styled according to the parameters within the carousel builder. So I'm going to add in a div here, and I'm going to give it the cell class, and I'm going to add an image, and I'm going to add a heading as well. So pro tip, if you didn't know, this placeholder image that pops up whenever you put an image into the Divi builder, or not the Divi builder, sorry, the Oxygen builder, you can change these parameters and it'll give you an image at the size that you request. So I'm just going to change this to 200 by 200. That's still a little big. I'll do 100 by 100. Okay. Then best practices here, if it's not an H1, make sure you change it so that it's not. So I'll just do service 1, and I'm also using automatic CSS here. So I'm just going to give this center all so we can center everything, and I'm going to give the image some margin bottom as well. That is way too much. We'll do extra small. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this 4 times, and I'm just going to change these. Service 2. Service 3, and service 4. Next, I'm going to style the cell. So I'm going to go to carousel here, and I'm going to choose a number for the group cells, and I'm going to do 4. Okay. Next thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to go into the cells here, and I'm going to set number of visible cells to 4 so that we get them spaced all across the carousel. And just a little aesthetic change, I'm going to add some radius to these images as well. I also have hydrogen pack installed too, so I can just copy the style of that image and Control V them into the rest of them. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up our cell for our content here at the bottom. So I'm also going to use automatic CSS for this as well, but first thing we're doing here is we're giving it the cell class, and then I'm going to give this a grid of 2, and I'm going to insert our 2 divs into the container, and I'm going to go back to the parent. I'm going to give it a gap of medium, and on the left I'm going to insert an image. We'll leave that at 1600 by 900. And on the right, I'm going to insert our heading and our text, and we'll change this to H3. I'm also going to give this carousel builder at the top some margin on the bottom as well, so we have some separation. I'm going to give this heading at the top some margin at the bottom as well. And I'm just going to grab some lorem ipsum here from our handy Chrome extension, and I'm going to insert this for the text. And so we'll go to this and give this on a service 1 heading. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy this 4 times. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to modify the headings on all of the subsequent slides here. So this will be service 2 for the second one, service 3 for the third one, and service 4 for the final one. Save that so we have a save point for all of the stuff that we've done so far. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click back into the first carousel, And I'm going to go to the bottom where it says syncing, and I'm going to enable that. Next thing I need to do is click on the bottom carousel, and I need to grab the ID for it. And then I'm going to go back to syncing, paste that selector in there, and I'm going to make sure I put a hash mark in front of it, because since it's an ID, it's a div, we select it with the hash mark there. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go ahead and view this on the front end. And now we should have a fully functional navigation carousel control in the bottom one, as you can see here.